Hi, everybody. Well, so this is what's going on in the studio this week. Um, this lady is coming together. We've added some kelp and some fish, and she's looking nice. I'm liking the vibe. I have more work to do on her body, and I'm gonna add some sparkles to her tail. And I need to clean up what's going on with her trident. And then I think I'm going to call it a day. This is the second mermaid that I've made like this, and I think I'm going to turn it into something. I don't know what yet, but I think this would be a good cover of a graphic novel. I think that I have one about a mermaid who's scary looking. I might rewrite it. And have her looking a little bit more like this, and put this on the cover. Um, like I said, it's my second mermaid I've made like this, and I really love the aesthetic. So I think I'm going to turn it into a thing. Today I want to talk about what's going on with my children's book, where I am with that, and also what's going on with my graphic novel Leading Lady, and where I am with that, and talk a little bit about what I do as far as writing a new graphic novel. So let's talk about the children's book first. So it's a fiasco. I don't know what to do. I am going to be taking Publish and Thrive by Sarah Cannon, and that's going to be, when is that? This upcoming Saturday is when it starts. And I hope that there'll be information about how to format a book, specifically a children's book. And I know she doesn't do children's books, but somebody in there has got to have done it before. And I've got to be able to get some information on what to do. I had information initially that it was supposed to be in landscape. Now I find out that the images should be portrait. None of my images are portrait. They're all landscape. And I guess they'll have to be like a full page spread. I don't know what to do about that. My scanner turns out it's too small to get a good image of these pictures, so I have to go to Office Max or the library or something and get proper scans done. So that's going to be money I didn't anticipate spending, but all in all, it's a children's book. I don't have to pay for an editor, so I'm saving money by the kind of books that I'm writing. So if I have to pay a little bit for scans, that's not that big of a deal, I'm sure. It's just a hassle. And I'm having trouble pulling up my JPEGs on my computer, and my computer is trash. It's very, very slow, and I have trouble doing almost anything on it. And I originally wanted to color everything digitally, but it moved so slow and the lag was so bad, I couldn't get it to look good. I have one image, maybe 3 images that look good, and one's going to be for the cover, and the other one's going to be for a full page spread that I only want done digitally. It just looks better digital, and everything else is going to be a soft pastel kind of look. So that's what's going on with the children's book. I'm going to kind of shelve the project until after I go through the course, and then I'm going to take 2 weeks or 3 weeks, however much time I have, to doctor everything up, put the lettering with it, everything, and do the final go round of the book, and then hopefully it'll be out. I'm trying for April 1st. So far, that's the date I'm putting for getting the book out. There's no reason why it should be any later. April 1st for the children's book and April 1st for Leading Lady. So that's a thing. So in the meantime, I have to write the next Leading Lady. So I think I'm going to call it The Comeuppance, because I think it's humorous. And there's a humorous element to the graphic novel that I think is going to be a theme for the next one too. So, a little bit about how I write a graphic novel. So I start off with the basic idea, like point A, 2 people meet. point B, there's a conflict, a fight, the main character loses, then the last point, the big fight, where they win. So that's a general idea. That's not really how it is, but that's kind of like what I start with. So it'll be like 3 sentences. This is where they meet. This is where the falling out. This is the redemption. Then I write a synopsis of what everything, all the beats of the story that I want to hit. All the important key things, like first they got to go here, and then they got to do this, and then they got to go over there, and then they got to do that, and blah, blah, blah. So that's about 1,000 words, maybe 2,000 words. I've never been able to be a person who writes a novel. Like, I've never been able to sit down and write a novel, plot a novel, anything that long. Graphic novels are inherently kind of shorter fiction, but because it's got pictures added to it, you don't have all of the world building is happening through pictures. So you can leave out a lot of description. So all you have left is dialogue, which I love to write dialogue. I can write dialogue all day long. And just an idea of the setting the dialogue is happening in, or the setting the action is happening in. And you don't have to describe the action, you just show the action, and that's it. So it's kind of like writing a screenplay. Setting a house with a couple of chairs in it and a table, and there's something important on the table. Zoom in, look at it. Characters will talk about the thing on the table. Again, you just have the dialogue, and you don't have to have anything else. A close-up shot of the character making a sad face, the mood of the characters, so you can capture that. And then comes the layout. So writing that out, it's going to be pretty intense. I'm taking the whole month to write that out. That's my plan for the month. Let me see if I have anything else planned for this month. Leading Lady, I just have the storyboard. So after I write out those little synopses of the conversations that need to happen, then I go into my sketchbook and I sketch out what each page layout is going to look like. And I'll put little notes of what conversation is going to happen there. And this book is going to be probably 90 pages. I don't really want to go over 90 pages. That's short for a graphic novel, but for somebody who's kicking it out by themselves, that's a big project. And I would like to be able to produce 2 of these a year. 90 pages is about all that I can muster. So that's what I'm going to do. I have another children's book I'm going to be writing. I'll talk about that in a second. So after I do my sketches, and I kind of get an idea of how many pages it is, then I do my pencil sketching on the actual board that I'm going to write the final graphic novel on. And I'll sketch maybe a scene. So a scene could be more than 1 page. It could be 3 pages, 4 pages, 5 pages. But I'll sketch the entire arc of the scene. And then I can make sure I've got space for all the dialogue that needs to happen in that scene and do any tweaks that need to happen. So I'll do the scene, and then I'll go back and ink it, and then just outlines, not like full, detail. Then I'll go into the next scene, and after I've done the whole thing, then I go back and I put in shadows and do all the detail that makes it look decent. I've done this twice before, so I've had 6 issues so far doing this process, and I have a better idea of what I'm doing. I've made a lot of mistakes. I have a better idea of what I'm doing, so I'm really excited about this project and being able to do it right. My art skill is still what my art skill is. I can't be a better artist than I am. I've been practicing and trying to have more consistency, but I can't just be better than I am. So I'm going to meet myself where I am, and I'm going to just do the best I can with it as far as the art's concerned. The story I know is a lock. The story is good, but the art it, it is what it is. We'll see. Then I've got another children's book I'm going to be writing. It's also about feelings. I don't know if I mentioned what the first story is about. It's about dealing with, feelings of panic. And it's an idea that I share with my children all the time. This next one's going to be about feelings too. So I'm pretty excited to tell this story. I'm going to start writing that this month, and I'm going to start illustrating that as well this month. So it's a lot going on. Yeah. So that's an update on what's going on in the studio as far as books and projects and my graphic novel process. If you have questions, let me know. If anybody watches this, let me know. And that's pretty much it. That's our update for this week. Talk to you later.